Back, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that lovely Brutal OST as we have returned with our next series with our first quarterfinals match of the night of WTL KungFu Cup Round 10. We're here with yet another PvP. And we've been following this player here as spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn. We have the Chinese Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Offside Esports. It is Firefly. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, if you're in the Twitch chat, I should say, predictions. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you believe will win this PvP. Both players have shown off their PvP prowess already in this tournament. Firefly, he just took down Trap. He just took down Trap 2-1. At the same time, SKillous took down Trigger 2-1 as well. So both Protosses, they have been able to flex their skill in the PvPs. And how do they compare to each other? How do they compare? Also, I should add an alias very quickly here for SKillous. Quickly adding that alias, and here we go. It's going to be a 2-gate. Okay, it's going to be a 2-gate opener out of SKillous, 2-gate opener out of Firefly. Now, we had a very intense, very aggressive series earlier between Firefly and Trap. I didn't really get to see too much of SKillous versus Trigger, so if you maybe caught a glimpse of it, maybe you can let us know what did occur. I did actually see a bit of the tail end of Game 3, and it was more of a macro later game, mid-game back and forth between Trigger and SKillous. We'll see if we can actually embrace that here as Firefly is opening up with a proxy. Pylon has been thrown down. Now, based on the proxy location, this looks a little bit more ideal for a proxy Stargate, so we can go for the Oracle and go into the main base and harass. We'll see if that's the case here as the Cybercore is about to finish, and we're about to throw down our tech of choice. What's it going to be? Stargate it is. So proxy Stargate out of Firefly. Meanwhile, SKillous, he's going for his own fake proxy Pylon as well, or it could be a real one, actually. We could go for our own proxy Stargate. Oh boy. It's going to be a double adept opener. Double adept initially, probe is staying in place, which means I'm feeling another Stargate as well. As SKillous did scout, did confirm the Pylon is missing, is aware that something is wrong, something is amiss. Adepts have arrived. And there it is, Stargate has been thrown out. So proxy Stargate from SKillous, proxy Stargate from Firefly as well. Firefly will hit first, he will hit harder, he will hit a little bit faster. We'll see if SKillous can keep up. As in the main base, we are looking quite bare bones, quite exposed. Adepts are moving out. Welcome to PvP, by the way. Welcome. Proxy versus proxy. Let's go. Oracles are on the way. Adepts are going to be threatening to dive into the main. Firefly is going to be the first to expand. Does throw down the Nexus. We shaded. No, we're late. We're late to wall off. The Adepts say shaded to the main base. Probes are already going down. This is a disastrous start here for Firefly. Probes are falling left and right. 3, 4 probes going to be falling. And we're not done. We still have the Oracle on the way. At the same time, though, Firefly going for the main as well. We got 6, we get 7, we're gonna get 8! Up! Oh my god, 7 probe kills in the main. And we're still not done. The Adepts are still alive, they can still shade back in. Meanwhile, here comes that Oracle, the Firefly, he has to get damage done. There's a lot of pressure on Firefly to somehow reciprocate. We have Stalkers in position. Firefly will get a probe, but just the one. One probe goes down, not good enough, and SKillous, he's moving out with that Oracle. It looks like the Oracle is actually, a little bit late here for SKillous. It looks like he was supply blocked earlier, so the Oracle is going to be a little bit delayed. Meanwhile, Firefly, he does double down, goes for a second Oracle. 2 Oracles can one-shot workers. But Firefly, there's nothing in the main base, no Stalkers, no Adepts. Firefly is being dragged out of position. His Stalkers are being distracted. As Oracles, they do rotate around, they hit another worker. Hit the main. Stalkers have warped in. Oracle into the main. More probes going down, and this is becoming far too much already. 3, 4 probe kills, almost a 5th. We do get a 5th probe. And with that, SKillous, he has a massive economic advantage. Now, he's still on 1 base economy. He has not yet main-arted over towards the natural yet. He's just waiting until his Stalker count gets a little bit higher, waiting until he gets a better handle on these Oracles. So really careful play here out of SKillous. Doesn't want to get caught out, doesn't want to be pulled apart. The Phoenix has arrived, the Oracles have to get the hell out of here. And now we can main art. Now we can send our probes over and mine efficiently. I said now, yeah, okay. As probes are being sent down. Meanwhile, both players going to be losing their oracles. SKillous does maintain quite a solid economic lead. And now we're getting into Blink. Blink is on the horizon. Additional gateway as well. And Firefly, he's committed. Looking at the army sizes here, Firefly does have the Stalker lead alongside the oracles. We're moving out across the map. But remember, Firefly, he's down in workers, but he's up in army. Firefly is committed. And can we break through? There is a shield battery. There's an overcharge. Phoenix does take some damage. Shield battery under fire. Yeah, the shield battery's gonna be focused down. Boys, they have to be pulled away. Probes are falling, and Firefly, can he make this work? Can he break through? Oh, it's gonna be close. Oracles, they hit the main. They get 8 probe kills so far. Not bad. But SKillous defends. He deflects the main army, and he still maintains a 10-worker lead. 9 probes was good, but not good enough. As we can punish the retreat. GG gets called, and SKillous will take game number 1. GG. SKillous will take a lead here. And as we settle into this series, a big shout out in the chat to Smalko. Smalko in the chat. Thank you so much, Smalko, even. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time with a tier 1 sub. Thank you, Papi, thank you. Once again, we appreciate the support. Did subscribe during the break while we were waiting for our players. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft as we are here in the quarterfinals. The winner of this series will advance on to face off against the winner of Max Pack's Milky Cow and Bjorn. So they're going to be waiting for some time here, potentially. I'm hoping this goes to the ace match. I'm hoping this goes to a game 3. But we'll see. The pressure is now on Firefly. The pressure is on. As the PvP does continue. And we're going to be loading into Ghost River. Oh my god, okay. It's going to be a much smaller map. Much more aggressive. Now, we saw what Firefly is capable of against Trap. We'll see what he does here against SKillous. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ghost River, we have our red Protoss player down in this series. Looking to bounce back here and now, representing Offside Esports. It is Firefly. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. And SKillous leading the series 1-0. One more game is all he needs to make it to those semifinals. He is so close to that top 4 run. To at least top 4. Hoping to go even further than that. But Firefly does stand before him. Stand before him. For now, we're going for our initial 2 gate openers, I imagine. And we'll see where we go from there. We will see. We did have proxy versus proxy last game, and again, I was favoring Firefly initially in game 1, but it was the Adepts. It was the Adepts that somehow they slipped in, they got out of hand, they got out of control, and yeah, SKillous got a lot of momentum really early on in game 1. Firefly needs to keep up. As probes do move out across the map. By each other. It's going to be double gateways here from Firefly. Likewise, double gate out of SKillous. Cybercore is on the way, and we will soon embrace our first 2 units. Now, whether it's going to be double Adept, double Stalker, or Stalker Sentry, yet to be determined. We could even go just Sentry into a faster expansion, but that's a little bit too risky on a map like this. So I'm going to be ruling that out already. Meanwhile, SKillous hiding the second pylon, but it's hidden in the main. Is Firefly doing the same thing? They both hide their pylons. SKillous doesn't actually fully check the main base, so he may believe that there is a proxy. SKillous may fall for it, and Firefly is hoping for an overreaction. Meanwhile, SKillous looking to expand. And SKillous is going for a much faster Nexus. No fear out of SKillous. He calls a Firefly's bluff. SKillous may not have scouted the pylon, but he doesn't care. SKillous doesn't carry expands. Probe does confirm the expansion of Firefly, so SKillous now knows that even though he didn't scout the pylon, he knows that there is no one base all in. Oh, the force field! A little bit too late. It barely does miss. And the probe does slip away. Does barely escape. Now, with this Nexus timing, there could still be a setup for a proxy Stargate somewhere on the map. So SKillous, he's scouting, he's checking. And he could even be setting up for his own proxy location, as SKillous is opening up Twilight Council, meanwhile Firefly is opening up Robo. Very safe opener here out of Firefly. With this Robo opener, we can get into earlier Immortals, and this can lead into a 2-base all-in, which you have already seen in the past, today by Firefly, with Immortals and Glaive Adepts. Hallucination dives in, SKillous does confirm the Robo, is aware of the tech of choice, and the pylon has been thrown down. SKillous going for the proxy. Rushing into Blink. Nation keeping an eye on things. Observer's on the way. Initially Observer, followed by the Immortal. So Firefly working on a very early Immortal count here. Meanwhile, we have that gateway set up. So I believe it's going to be 3 gates for the time being. We could throw down a 4th gateway back at home to go for a 2-base 4-gate Blink timing. We'll see if that's what we go for. Again, this hallucination of Firefly does see everything in the main. Everything looks normal, but we don't see the 3rd gate. We don't know that SKillous has that many more weapons available and can double down and move out. As Firefly is the first to expand, takes the 3rd base. Uh-oh. Firefly focusing on his economy. And SKillous, he's moving out. He is spotted by the Observer. The Observer does confirm. Gateway is done. SKillous should be expanding. It's not going to be an all-in, otherwise we would have seen more gateways. It's only 3 gates, so SKillous is expanding, but we can reinforce. There it is, 3 Stalkers at a time. The goal here is to deny and break the 3rd base. Can we catch the Immortal? The Immortal looking very exposed. And the nice force field here. We lock down the Immortal. The Immortal's going to be focused, and the Immortal will fall. Massive pick off. The Immortal goes down. The sentries as well. Thankfully, a 2nd Immortal does arrive just in time. Firefly does reinforce. Gets here in time. SKillous unable to trigger the shields. SKillous does have to back off. Once again, it looks like he wants that Immortal, doesn't get it. Does not trigger the shields, not yet. Once again, a good force field. We just dive in. We go for the dive. We focus out the Immortal. 2nd one goes down. And just hyper aggression here from SKillous, and he's going to snowball out of control. Takes on every single unit. The Stalkers, the Adepts. Shield battery does finish, but it finishes up too little too late. GG gets called, and SKillous will take the series 2-0. GG. Happy. GG, well played. SKillous will take the series. Does snowball out of control there with the hidden proxy 3rd gate. Again, Firefly was being a little bit too greedy, but he didn't know that he was being greedy in a sense. He didn't know that he was about to be punished, didn't know how aggressive SKillous was being until it was too late. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations. A very fast series here. SKillous will advance on and will be the first to make it into, the 2nd to make it into the semifinals. GG. GG, well played. We have some updates. We have some updates here.